Welcome to It Chapter 2. Again, this movie is long as hell, so I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. So we begin with this flashback of the previous movie of when all these shits were still together and kids, and when they made that promise to defeat Pennywise and shit. And we cut to 27 years later in the future where we see these homosexuals doing gay shit in public, which pisses off these homophobic niggas. However, like literally every gay person in existence, these guys do not know when to shut the fuck up. Like, bro, I know you're extra defensive about your rights and shit, but do these guys look like the type of people that give a fuck? Like, read the damn room. And anyhow, this string of poor decisions lead to them getting beaten the shit out of, and the guy being thrown into the river where he meets up with Pennywise, who proceeds to kill him. Anyhow, Black Shit, who still lives in Derry, goes and figures out that Pennywise is still alive. And remember that oath that they made at the beginning of this movie? Yes, they have to come and keep their promise and kill Pennywise. So he proceeds to call every single one of the other shits one by one. The shits in question have all glowed up since the last movie, and they're all successful and they're doing pretty well for themselves. Lil Shit's brother is an author with a wife who doesn't listen to him. This one is married to This one is a comedian. Fat Shit isn't fat again, so we're just gonna call him Ben. Yeah, you've earned your name back. And this shit will soon commit suicide. So we're just going to ignore his entire glow up. Beverly married this fucking Chris Brown nigga. And yeah, if you've watched my previous video on this, you'll see an interesting pattern of how everybody has married people exactly like their parents. Anyhow, shall we go back in time and see that the deep shit from earlier actually survived that fall? Don't know how, but hey, this is a movie. Anyhow, he got out, but he was immediately arrested, so now he's in an insane asylum where Pennywise gives him a knife and helps him escape. So the shits meet up and, catch up after 27 years until the subject of Pennywise comes up, and then everybody gets scared, and then Pennywise, messes with them a bit, and, now nobody wants to go, especially when they find out that Stanley, the shit from earlier, committed fatal self-harm, So we then cut back to Derry, where this kid, wanders off from her mother, who doesn't seem to give a shit. And yes, horrible parenting, yet again. I'm going to tell you why. Now, just to add context to this entire situation, Black Shit literally just mentioned that the reason he knows that Pennywise is back is because children are disappearing one by one, and people are mysteriously dying in Derry, mind you. So please, why would you even allow your child to wander off in a public space at night in a place where all this weird stuff is happening? Anyhow, the daughter bumps into Pennywise and, can't lie, the girl must have inherited the same intellectual deficiency from her mother, because she comes, sees a weird clown, and then she decides that it's not normal and walks away. Very good. 10 out of 10 response. Wonderful. You may survive this. Until bro starts crying, and then she literally stops, turns around, and walks back to comfort him. Like, bro, you were this close. Please, why the hell did you do that? What was the reason? Yeah, anyhow, she dies. So we cut back to everyone else, where it reveals that in the last movie, that time that Beverly saw the deadlight, she actually saw how everybody was going to die. I mean, not that it matters because everybody doesn't die anyway, but hey, now you know. Anyhow, Black Shit takes Lil Shit's brother to the library, where he gives him this holy agbo, which makes him high as fuck. And then while he's high, he tells him about how he learned to beat Pennywise from these Chakapua people that he met outside Derry. So the Chakapiwa were the Native Americans who used to inhabit Derry, and they were the first to encounter Pennywise, who pulled up in a meteorite and proceeded to violate the living shit out of them. So much so that they don't live in Derry anymore because of Pennywise. However, they revealed to Black Shit that there was this ritual that they did, that can actually stop Pennywise. So now Black Shit and Lil Shit's brother believe that is how you can actually beat Pennywise. However, I think
it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
For a couple of reasons. First, Pennywise is obviously not dead. So we know that that's already not going to do shit because, it didn't work before. Number two, if they are actually expert on how to kill Pennywise, then why the hell haven't they done it by now? It's been like 200 fucking years. Then number three, Black Shit said that the entire reason they left Derry in the first place was to get away from Pennywise, which shows that they are still scared shitless of this thing, which they wouldn't if they actually knew how to defeat it. Yeah, Lil Shit's brother should have questioned Black Shit more instead of just blindly believing everything he said, because there's evidently more to this story than meets the eye. But we'll get to that. So anyhow, they come back and, convince the others to go along with the plan and help them do the ritual and stop Pennywise. So for the ritual, they have to find different artifacts from their childhood. So they all go to their old clubhouse where they used to play as kids, where they find Stanley's artifact for him because, he's a bit too dead to do so. And then his artifact is basically the shower cap that he gave his friends when he was young. So all of them split up to find their respective artifacts. Beverly goes to her old apartment where this creepy old lady now lives, and then she looks around and gets her artifacts, which is this love letter that they wrote for her when she was young. As this old lady begins to act super weird, and yeah, this is why I stopped doing horror movies. my eyes. Anyhow, this other shit gets his token, which is this coin from this video game store. Lil Shit's brother gets his token, which is this boat that he gave his brother. Then he sees this kid, which Pennywise is also trying to target. And he tries to help him out, but the guy clearly didn't understand what he's saying, and obviously that didn't do shit. We shall return to that chat later. Anyhow, we cut to Ben, who goes to the high school, where he gets this flashback to when Pennywise used to gay him as a child. I kid you not. Pennywise used to gay him as a child.
My real friends!
Kiss me. Kiss me.
You are gay. You are a transgender. Homosexual? How can I describe you?
So it turns out that he has had his artifact all along. It's basically this yearbook paper that Beverly signed for him years ago. And he keeps it in his wallet. He kept it in his wallet this entire time. I mean, I know, it's sad as fuck. Like, imagine a girl who never liked you in school and you are still in love with that girl 27 years later. Your life is hard, bro. That's actually just sad. You should try drugs. Better coping mechanism. Anyhow, this final shit gets his own artifact, which is his inhaler that he used to use as a kid. So they all get back. However, Dipshit pulls up and shanks Eddie, who shanks him back. And don't know how he survived this, but hey, it's a movie. So Lil Shit's brother goes to the fair to try and save the little kid that he met earlier. However, he fails rather woefully, and I can't lie, that was a very difficult scene to watch. But anyhow, Deep Shit tries to kill Black Shit and, gets killed by this shit. Bro did not do anything but get shanked and brutally killed. What a waste of screen time, really. He wasn't even a threat. Lil Shit's brother, is real pissed that he has lost to Pennywise twice. So now he wants to go and run the ones with him. However, the others follow him because, let's be brutally honest, bro, it was never going to do shit in the first place. So they all go and, get regular horror movie stuff that is happening. We're just going to get to the good part where they get to Pennywise's nest and, do the ritual of Chüd, which doesn't work. I knew it. I freaking knew it. So, the rest of the story that Black Shit did not tell us was that the guys that actually did the ritual proceeded to die. And Black Shit actually knew it. But he knew that if he told everybody that, they wouldn't even try to defeat Pennywise in the first place. So he had to lie to them. And now, they're fucked. So we get to some more fight scenes and, horror movie shit. And this shit dies. And they all get this smart idea to start insulting Pennywise, which, makes him turn into a baby. Wait. Did I miss something, or have I just wasted about 5 hours and 2 movies of my life? Because these guys never thought to resort to verbal abuse on this monster who kills children. Yeah, this would have been a different movie had it been based where I'm from. Well, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Anyhow, they've defeat it using the power of verbal abuse and crush its heart. So now Pennywise is well and truly gone. However, their friend, this shit, is dead. So they have to leave him before the cave collapses in on them. Then they escape. Bro finally stops taking L's after 27 whole ass years, and then this movie ends. I'm still pissed that the entire time all they literally had to do was just insult him. I mean, what the actual hell? Like, come on. But anyhow, don't forget to follow the IG so that you can get to know which movies I'm going to be doing next. Once again, thank you so much for 2K subs. Have a blessed week ahead.